Guys, welcome to the channel. Sonny here, and we're back with another global lab patch. It's a big one. We got some great things in here. Again, no class changes. I'm not expecting any for a couple of weeks. The tagging event ends on Wednesday, and I assume they're using this to collect data on PvP with the guild league and the tagging. So hopefully a couple of weeks after, we'll get some class changes for PvP. But for now, here we are. March 22nd. We're doing this live at twitch.tv/bprimegaming every Friday. As soon as they come up, we do a deep dive into them, and we're going to do a summary now. Link in the description for the patch notes if you want to check out the details yourself. Let's get into it. So, quick overview. We got bartering improvements, cooking alchemy improvements, horse capturing, Blackstone simplification. This is the big one today. Monster changes, quest knowledge, UI, and some bug fixes. Again, the class changes this week is just like the other weeks. It's just some bug fixes. But there's some fun stuff in there. So there's like some really big bugs this time. For bartering, this is huge. Bartering has been in need of some love for a while now. The TLDR here is that they are going to make it a lot easier and faster to get your carrack, your boat, and your upgrades. And if you already have a boat, I'm pretty sure that at Calthian Ball, they talked about making carracks sellable in the future. So if you're a veteran sailor, you might want to do this quest, make a second, maybe third carrack to potentially sell down the road. But for people getting into it, it's going to be infinitely easier. First off, they are changing the actual bartering refresh from 4 hours to 2 hours. This means that you have more leeway. It's easier to do your 3 bartering routes per day. Because, well, you have to only wait 2 hours between them. So way easier to structure and get this done. I think along with the unification of life skills, which we're expecting to get with Heidel Ball, June 22nd, this is going to be super nice for a lot of people getting into it. You can use an alt, put it on the boat, and then, yeah, every 2 hours you can run your bartering routes. But there's a lot more as well. They also changed the cooldown of the crow chain here. Like, so the buff you can pop to get that when you're doing it from 4 to 2 hours, so it matches the cooldown refresh. They're changing the material refresh as well. So instead of material exchange 1 for 40 points, it's 1 for 10 points, and 2 times here for materials for 30 points. So you'll also be able to, the way I understand this, is you'll be able to do like both your material and your ship upgrades and all. You don't have to like choose. They're also, this one down here, number of material exchanges going from 1 to 2 times on all these items here to help you make and upgrade your boat. Trade refresh, the number of exchanges, again, this is huge. These items here, the 3 items, the salt ingots, the pearl crystal, and the sturdy iron or ocean, 1 to 2, so double up, and here from 2 to 3 times. The TLDR, from what I understood, is going to be almost twice as fast to make your carrack. With these changes here. Next up is the Crow Coin shop change. They are changing the value significantly on all these items here. My understanding is that these items are used to make your carrack, but you're better off not using these and saving them for like the upgrades later on. However, if you're missing a few of these items to make a carrack, instead of then waiting X amount of time to get the materials, you can just finish those off. They're way cheaper now, so you can speed up getting your carrack if that is what you choose. So overall, pretty damn great. And here we are for the questing. This is big as well. They're adding a new weekly quest where you need to kill 20 small sea monsters for some rewards. They are also combining the 3 daily quests. So instead of having like killing 5 of each of the small ones, you just kill 5 of any, and you get the full triple rewards. So there's 1 quest you gotta do here to get all the triple rewards for doing all 3. Way faster, way easier, and you don't have to find the specific sea monsters, young sea monsters anymore. They're also changing here by adding a colony of young sea monsters, so you'll probably be able to just AoE down the 5 sea monsters for the quest. But wait, there's more. They are also changing the weekly quest for the regular sea monsters, so you just have to kill 1 of each instead of 3. And they're increasing the rewards here on your daily rewards. You can check it out in the list below specifically, but it's like 4 to 6, 5 of these wood to 3 to 5, etc., etc. So more rewards, faster and easier to do. Going to speed up making your boat significantly. They're also allowing you to trade your T2 and T3 materials left over into enhancing mats. So you can see here, you can now exchange these after you're done to either 2 of the Blackstones of Warmth, 1 of the Cold, or for T3, it's 4 and 2. So huge increases in making and upgrading your boats. For the land materials, they are adding these new items here that your T1 materials that you can then use to start your bartering routes. Clear liquid, part of time, part of earth, rift powder I think it's called, tiger meat, cinnamon, date palm, and fig. They are also reducing the amount of materials needed to start the routes. Significantly changes here from 500 beers to 300. Soft leather from 500 to 30, etc., etc. So you need way less materials on the T1s. They're then removing these 5 materials here from the T1 because they're also like very expensive, hard to come by, and annoying. So in all, it's going to be a lot easier and faster and cheaper to do bartering now. For cooking and alchemy, they are changing how it works when putting in wrong materials. So if you put in the wrong amount of materials, you can fail and you lose all the materials in the process. Also, I know for a fact that people that haven't tried this before, they might be wondering, oh, I want to make 10 sinner's blood. And they take the materials of 10 sinner's blood and they put all of them in to the alchemy utensil, they click cook, and they're expecting to then do 10 batches, and then all the materials disappear in one go, and they just get 1 sinner's blood. So to avoid people losing materials, putting in wrong items and everything, and then just disappearing, they're making it so if you fail, you don't lose the materials, just get a message that you can't do this. Now, obviously, that instantly led me to thinking of ways to exploit this, and I came up with some crazy stuff, because, well, if you don't lose materials on fail, well, you can just put in, for example, 1 truffle instead of 3 truffles, and just keep spamming continue until you succeed, because you do have a chance to succeed. And you would be able to make 3 times as many detection elixirs out of your truffles. However, it does look like they thought about this, and it seems that with this change, you will only be able to make recipes with the correct number of materials. You don't really utilize the fact that you could make cooking and alchemy with less materials and then risk failing, because it's not worth it. But it would be if you could guarantee not losing materials. But it looks like that's gone, so no clever use of game mechanics available. Assuming they do it, we'll have to check when it comes out, because it would be kind of game breaking if you could. So moving on, a nice little quality of life. Instead of 11 seconds, it's going to be 6 seconds, basically half the time on the horse catching. So you don't have to tap out and do stuff for 8 seconds before tapping in space buying for 2 seconds to catch your horse. Nice, about time. Now the big one here, Blackstone simplification. They are unifying all the Blackstone enhancing materials, hearts, sharps, armor stones, weapon stones, and also the concentrated armor and weapon stones. What they're doing is this. They are gonna, when we get the patch, which will be in 12 days, they're going to make it so you can't sell the armor versions of these items anymore. You can't sell the armor stones, you can't sell the hearts. The hearts, and you can't sell the concentrated armor stones. You can talk to the Black Spirit and convert them 1-to-1 to weapon stones. So you'll be able to convert, here we go, 1 heart into 1 sharp, 1 armor stone into 1 weapon stone, and 1 concentrated armor into 1 concentrated weapon. Talk to a Black Spirit, 1-to-1 conversion, completely free. And then those you would be able to sell if you wanted to. So they're gonna clean up. This is gonna help a lot with people trying to get Blackstones for the Jetina accessories. Now you can use the weapons, the armor stones, because they will become weapon stones. Now there are gonna be more changes with this. They are saying here that today's update is the first work to simplify the usage, processing, and exchange. We plan to simplify the acquisition of various contents, quests, blah, 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 in the second simplification process. So there is going to be more coming to this to make it even better and more straightforward. Great change. So in terms of what to do about this, you can just wait. Whenever they make an update like this, they will delist all the items on the marketplace they will remove bits on it and everything. So that's why you see armor stones being max price right now. I wouldn't try and make some investments here, because there's a very good chance that once we get the supply increase of the weapon stones from armor stones, then the price is not going to be maxed out anymore. It used to be around 120,000 silver for both armor and weapon stones for months and months before the Genshin second accessory. A lot of people have it already. It's just a matter of time before supply will quench demand and we'll be back down to crashing prices. So I would not try and make a quick buck and speculate on the market. Good chance that the prices are going to go down a bit when we get this patch. But it's pretty great. Looking forward to it. And of course, you'll be able to use the weapon stones to enhance your armor and everything. They are also making like a little slight change here when it comes to the armor upgrade. Currently, you can only get 100% up to +5 for armors, +7 for weapons. They're going to make it so armors will also be 100% chance up to +7. Just a nice little addition. They are, of course, also changing all the items and quests requiring armor stones or whatever to then use weapon stones instead, or the double amount if you needed both. So all the items and everything is already sorted out and taken care of. So it's just going to work as intended. For monster changes, they're making some changes here to the Sulfur Daycare Lantern, which we don't have yet. It's out in Korea. We should get it on Wednesday. The TLDR is that instead of debuffing the mobs, it's going to be buffing you if you stand in the right area. And yeah, that's about it. For Black Shrine, they're changing an annoying thing with the bamboo boss. If you run out too many times, the boss will reset in the center and get full HP. They should fix that now so it doesn't get full HP and heals up. Also improving the movements of Gaifin Crusher, Watcher, and Butcher. There are some slight quest changes here. It's not really that impressive. You can check it out, the details. It's just, yeah, slight quest changes. And now a moment of silence for one of the things that I used still, the old UI. It is getting removed. They are actually doing it. They are taking the old UI out back and sending it up to the farm up north to live out this day, frolicking on the farm with the animals and living its greater life. It's gonna be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine. It's having a great time up there on the farm. Anyway, it's dead and gone and never coming back. So they're gonna be removing this from April 24, and then about a month later, it will be gone. And basically, it's because they keep adding new things, new systems and all that, and they need the UI to be able to then facilitate that. They can't keep updating the old one. And I'm sad because I still use it, and then I switch to the new one whenever I have to. The numbers shown on items, if you have a stack, it's going to be 123k and 123m. So this right here is just like a mistranslation on Google Translate. You can see the actual here. So the way to do numbers is slightly different, right? But it's probably going to be K and M in the English version. So there we go. Slight change to make it take up less space on your inventory when you have a lot of items. Search function has also been added to the integrated goods UI, which I talked about last week. We don't have this yet. It's going to be great. This is the one where you will have all the seals and you can exchange them in there. Now they're adding a search function on it so you can search for the seals. Beautiful. You love to see it. We got some other changes here. Some changes to War of the Roses, turns off the hits of targets. And with the Doom and Mythical Doom, hit an enemy using the S instant acceleration, Dark Rush, or Hellfire skill. The flames have been changed so that no flames are created on the ground around them. Lame. Bug fixes here. This is all just like some visuals, some description, some typos and things like that. For the class changes, I recommend reading these yourself. It's just minor things like issue where additional hit was applied when using the Prime Pendulum Cleaver, doing cooldown. Some stuff with horse riding, and then this one here, which I couldn't believe was actually real, but it turns out it is. They're buffing Sork because they're fixing the issue where stiffness was applied to yourself. when you press the spacebar to cancel the trance state after using the flow requiem. So yeah, you're no longer gonna stiffen yourself. So hardcore buffing, Sork, classic. But yeah, there you go. One of the most beautiful bugs I've ever heard about. Yeah. For Turkania, they're actually buffing it as well with these. Again, it's bug fixes, right? It has to happen, and then the actual class changes comes later, right? Nerfs and buffs. I'm so happy to see these bug changes. That's ludicrous that you could stiffen yourself on Sorks. There's also one here where the issue where some of the vitality recovery from one hit was not applied when using the skill Hexblood Spiteful Soul has been fixed. So that should do a bit more healing, right? But that's it for this time. Let me know what you guys think, and also don't forget to tune in every Friday or throughout the week at Twitch.tv/bprimegaming. I'll see you all in the next one.